Namaste children, welcome back. We are in heredity and evolution. Previously I posted a video, based on that I conducted test also. So you have done little better, okay, not that bad. Now we discussed about evolution and classification, how evolution and classification are interlinked. It is very important concept. Now evolution, what do you mean by evolution? Evolution is nothing but accumulation of characters. So accumulation is nothing but adding or gathering the qualities. So when you gather from backward to forward, you will gather, means 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, like that you will gather the qualities. So definitely older one and older one will be adding to the newer one. So new and old all together, it will become a some particular sum. So that we will call it as evolution. Now how evolution and classification, now I will go to the topic. And for this we have to discuss 9th class concept. What we discussed in 9th class, biodiversity. Did you remember biodiversity? So once if you go to that topic, what we will understand, hierarchy of classification. Hierarchy of classification. So this hierarchy of classification is based on evolution, or the total biodiversity lesson is based on the evolution. So evolution is nothing but increasing the complexity from simple to complex, and older one to newer one, from older to younger. So all these concepts we discussed in 9th class. Now let us see. So when you are going back, when you are going backward direction, what you will get? Accumulation. Accumulation is nothing but adding. So when you are adding, if you go back, how you will be adding? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, like that. When you are keep on adding, so first one somewhere, one primary one will be there. This is primary one, first one. So like that, first quality, when you go to the first quality. So this is what you call it as evolution. So backward direction you have to go, then you can understand the evolution process clearly. So we will, in this hierarchy of classification, we will go to that older organisms. Which one is older organism? First, this hierarchy of classification is also based on characteristics. What is a characteristic? A specific feature which is clearly visible. It may be a behavior, or it may be a physical feature, or anything that is clearly visible is called a characteristic. So this characteristic, every organism, now particular, we are all human beings. We are all human beings. I am a lady. Human beings are maybe male and female. So the genders are different. All the male and female will have certain body parts common. Internal organs are common. So like that we have 4 limbs, not F-O-U-R, 4. We have 4 limbs. So 2 are 4 limbs and 2 are hind limbs. So we have 4 limbs and we are erect position. We have erect position. So like that some common features we have. And every organism, for example, if you take a which animal, very primitive animal, what we will take, earthworm you take, or cockroach you take. Cockroach also will have legs. Cockroach also will have body parts, internal organs, external organs, it also will have. So every living organism will share some common features. But can you call it cockroach and human being is similar? No. But we will share few characteristics. So the characteristics, generations together, they accumulated and they formed based on the environmental conditions. They changed more and more. Now let us see. So these, all the human beings will have some common characteristics. And every organism will have specific characteristics. Maybe the characteristics of common to other species. But don't think that both belongs to the same species, because they are sharing some common characteristics. So based on this common characteristics, if you go backward direction, what is the primary character? Nucleus. What is the primary character? Nucleus is the fundamental point. So the organisms which have nucleus will be called as eukaryotic. What you call? eukaryotic. And the organisms which do not have nucleus are called prokaryotic. Prokaryotic. Did you remember? So here bacteria is example. Here eukaryotic, amoeba, euglena, paramecium. These organisms are example. So nucleus is not present, here present. Accumulated one character. What is accumulated? Nucleus is accumulated. Now eukaryotic divided 2 based on the number of cells. How? If it is 1, it is called unicellular. If they are more than 1, they will be called as multicellular. Can you remember? So what is accumulated here? Nucleus. So if the organisms are having nucleus, they may be of two types. Maybe unicellular or maybe multicellular. So one cell like that they formed and they completely organized into multicellular organisms. Now multicellular organisms, how can you classify whether they are heterotrophic or first autotrophic? We will write. Okay, autotrophic. They may be autotrophic or maybe they are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic. So autotrophic, what are the features? Again, we call them as plants. They have sedentary life. They have cell walls. They have chloroplast. They can prepare their own food, and their energy requirements are less. All these points will make them autotrophic. And what are heterotrophic? Heterotrophic, which cannot make their own food, whose energy requirements are more, which do not possess cell wall, will be called as heterotrophs. In that again different types are there. Saprophytes, parasites, all these organisms are there. Okay, in that again in this heterotrophs, if you consider all these things, if you take it as minor points, again basically we call them as plants. These we call them as animals. Can we call? Yes, animals. Now if you consider animals as our primary motto or primary criteria, in these animals again two types. What is that? If they have complex body structure, skeletal system and other systems are present, they will be called vertebrates. Which do not have skeletal system will be called as invertebrata. So they have smooth skin, smooth body. They will have exoskeleton. Did you remember all these things? These are classified into 8 classes. These are 5 classes. Did you remember? Here this is called as, now what I am giving homework, all these classes you know. Okay, that classes I want. Here I am giving example: species, amphibians, reptiles. Okay, you know no? Aves and mammalia. This I give. Here invertebrata, how many types I want as homework. Okay, now based on all these things, which is most primitive quality? Not having nucleus is the primitive quality. So from this, the vertebrata, in this vertebrata 5 types are there, 5 classes are there. The last one is mammalia. We all belongs to mammalia, right? So mammals are the highly evolved. Can you say that highly evolved? Complex, we can say complex. So why we call it as complex? Because our body, if you compare with prokaryotes, means bacteria, lot of structures are present. We have multicellular, skeletal system, erect posture, and memory, intelligence, nervous system is highly developed. So that's why we will be considered as more advanced. We can say that more advanced. We cannot say that we are more evolved. So evolved is different, advanced is different. Okay, we will learn, actually we learned in 9th class, and if you have any doubts we will discuss later. Okay, in the online class we will discuss. So mammalia. So mammalia, all the mammals will have similar characteristics. What they will have? External ear called pinna, and they will directly give birth to young ones. So these 1 or 2 features, and their exoskeleton is made up of skin. Exoskeleton is made up of hair. So these points we discussed in ninth class. All these points will be common. So the organisms which will directly give birth to young ones, definitely we call it as a mammal, right? So all these points will be similar. Now similarities, if any two organisms are having similar characteristics, we will call them as closely related organisms. Closely related organisms. Here one example I will give you. Harshit, Harshita. Harshit is boy, Harshita is girl. Both are brother and sister. They are brother and sister. So definitely brother and sister means they will have lot of similarities. Likes, dislikes, their food habits, their maybe response to stimuli, maybe so many factors will be uniform. So why they have common similarity? Because they are sharing common parents. Their parents are common. Same father and same mother, right? So that's why they will possess so many similarities. Okay, next, Likit and Likhita. Both are also brother and sisters, but these are second cousins to them, their extended family, like their aunt's children. They are aunt's children. Now, do they have so many features what these brother and sister are having? That many will they have common features? No. So this is, you can think that a paternal uncle will be there, no? Paternal uncle's children. So will they have common features? No. Will be there, but less qualities will be similar. Why less qualities? Because paternal, I told you, no, grandparents are common. Who are common? Grandparents are common. Both are having same grandparents. So these grandparents, because they are sharing same grandparents, little chromosomes or a little amount of DNA will be matching with Harshit, Harshita, Likit and Likita. So little features will be together. But whereas Likit and Likita will have more similarities because their parents are same. And Harshit and Harshita are same because they are sharing the same parent. But these set and this set will have less similarity because they are not sharing their parents, they are sharing their grandparents. They are sharing their grandparents. Okay. So, if the grandparents are similar, the similarities will be less. If parents are similar, same, then the similarities will be more. So, how close both of them are related? They will show more similarities. If little far, if they are related, the less similarities they will have. So, based on that, we will discuss in the next topic what are the evidences of evolution. So, because according to CBSE, everything we need evidences, no? So, evolution also we are telling that accumulation of characters. So, what is the evidence? So, you may ask evidence. Now, next class we will discuss evidences of evolution. So, but before that, what you have to do? Understand this topic. If any doubts are there, you please ask me on Saturday online class. Next, I want all these names. 9th class textbook. Please go through diversity in living organisms. Right? Thank you, children. Thank you.